The Mullins family are steeped in greyhound racing history, John being one of 4 brothers who learnt from the very best there was, his parents, Linda and Pat.
It was a different time then, different dogs. It was, when you look back at it now, you didn't realise how good it was. But being with Mother, because we were a lot older, we were able to appreciate it, but still not realising how good it was and how good she was with the dogs, and she's taught us a lot. I think her way of training is the way that we probably go down. She wasn't as nervous as probably my father was. She wasn't as, so I definitely think her way is probably the best way. Basically, I don't think we appreciated how good it was those times.
But did you and David and Kelly, did you love the dogs from young ages?
Oh, we all loved them. We all worked with Mother and Father together when we were kids before we went to school. We'd get them out beforehand when we come back from school and at the weekends. And we'd be walking, dogs around the fields when we were about 10 or 12, dogs that I've had in my career that wouldn't possibly get near them dogs that Mother and Father had, So we were trusted at an early age and very, had a lot of responsibility.
Did you enjoy it?
You didn't enjoy it at the time because, look, when you're kids, you can't wait to get older. I did enjoy it. They were good times. When they won the derby, I think I went to every round. And my father was very superstitious. I enjoyed it. Knew a lot more about it with my mother. My mother bred round of the years. She was champion trainer no end of times, and the winners she had, 1 winner a day throughout the year. She set records that won't be broken. So I think you look back now, it's like a good dog. I always say you don't realise how good a dog is until his career is over. And then you enjoy it more, I think.
So you've obviously learnt a lot from your parents, most of what you know probably, and you have a bit of an old school way of doing things. How do you think a greyhound training should be done?
I think, for a start, if you learn every day, and every dog is different, you learn from every day. You never stop learning. But for me, you've got to have natural galloping for a dog. Let them run loose on their own. Let them be happy. Feed them properly. And I think if a dog is happy, clean beds, and they have natural walking, natural running about, no walking machines, just do it properly, then you're there. I think you're there.
Well, we've seen how much your dogs love you today, that's for sure. Is that relationship between you and them important to you?
Well, I'm out here every day with them, so they see me every day. I think, that's a very important issue. And the dogs love the staff. One thing we are is a happy kennel. Obviously, I'm grumpy in the mornings, but we are really a happy kennel. And the staff and myself, we love the dogs, and the dogs love us. And that comes over.
It definitely does. And 26 racing dogs here, and you're sort of staff heavy, aren't you? You've got yourself and 2 full-time staff and part-timers as well.
Yeah, well, they have to be go out. They have to have individual time. We don't change the regime. Even if someone's off sick, we still get them out the same amount of times. And we're hands-on. So they're out 3 or 4 times a day, and they're fed twice a day. The beds are done twice a day. The kennels are done twice a day. So it's very much hands-on.
And your kennels really lend themselves to the way you like to train. For a start, you've got bags of open space, haven't you?
Well, when I found this place in the beginning, I knew it was ideal. It's uphill, for pups and for race dogs. They can run up and down the hills. And we set the paddocks out how we thought we'd like them.
And the actual block itself is reminiscent almost of a stable block. It's ideal, clean, as you said earlier. There's no smell here.
No, there's no smell here. Everything's jet washed out every day, and we've laid it out. We only have shavings in the whelping room or the where the dogs are being cared for if they've got a break or anything like that.
And obviously you have your retired dogs here as well, part of the Greyhound Trust. It's so important to you, isn't it, to know where your dogs go afterwards?
Yeah, I have to realistically know where they're going. I don't think they will get looked after better in any other kennels, and that's, I know the other kennels are just as good, but I like to see where they're gone. Where they go, they're happy here, so where they go to a home, they're happy, and they can come back for holidays.
Obviously you're attached to Yarmouth, and you've had opportunities over the years to go elsewhere, but you've stayed put. Why is that?
I had an opportunity to go to Romford last year, Central Park. I don't want to go back down that road of day racing. I like the way Yarmouth do it, where dog racing to me is a nighttime sport, and I enjoy Yarmouth. It's a fantastic track. Everything there is good. You can take owners there. I don't really want to go back down the day racing and racing every day. I'm happy to race twice a week, 3 times a week there, and I do enjoy evening racing.
What have been your best moments in the sport?
I've been fortunate enough to have quite a lot of good moments, good dogs, Maxi Rumble days, Blondini days, Blondino. We've won numerous derbies at Peterborough, Sittingbourne. I've won the Dundalk International and the Oaks, but if I had to pick number one, it'd be the Yarmouth Derby with Swift Keith. It was a fantastic night, home track. Always wanted to win the Yarmouth Derby. Mother won it. Father had loads of finalists but never won it. And I was beginning to go down the same route as my father. Had 2s in the finals and different years, and finally we'd done it. It was a fantastic night.
As they come round the final bend, 4 dogs in a line. Who's going to win the East Anglia Derby? Swift Keith on the near side gets up and wins. What a remarkable run from John Mullins' Swift Keith. They're still roaring behind me after that win. Well done to John Mullins, who must be ecstatic.
What are your ambitions now?
I always want to win the Scottish Derby, but obviously the main ambition is the English Derby. I'd like to think we'd have a shot at the Trainers' Championship. I'd love to win that one day, but the English Derby would be the main one.